Hello everyone, welcome to Leetcode 100 series. In this series, we are going to solve the first problem. It's 344 reverse string. So first, now let's read the problem description. Here, write a function that reverses a string, which means we have given a string. The input string is given as an array of characters. Okay, so you must do this by modifying the input array in place with order of 1 extra memory. So it means we cannot use any other memory, which means we cannot use any extra array. We can use variables, simple variables. Fine. So let's see the examples. Example one is s, given an array of characters s, its array with the characters hello, 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 and the output is OLLEH, ole, which means the first thing go to last and last thing comes to first. Okay, let's see the approach or procedure to solve this problem. We are given an array of characters. Here we will take 2 pointers to reverse the array. One pointer on the first index and one pointer on the last index, so that we can reverse the values, right? The first pointer I index and the last pointer j index, and then what do we have to do? We just have to actually swap them. How? Actually, we will start a loop. Here I am writing an algorithm side by side. The first index is I equal to 0, and the last index is j points to the last index. And then what? We have to run a loop, and inside the loop, what do? We have to just reverse the values, which means we have to just swap the values, which means the h which is here on the first index will go to the last index, and the last value o will come to the first index. See what we've done? Just write it here, the swapping. So I index, the value of I index and the value of j index swap, and the value of I index is pointing to the 0th index and the value of j index is pointing to the last index. Nice. And then what to do? Another step, we have to upgrade the pointers. What do we mean by upgrade the pointers? Pointers means the pointing position. The I is pointing to the first index and the j is pointing to the last index. They will upgrade their position. The I comes to the second index and the j comes to the second last index. How? Simple. I equal to I plus 1 and j equal to j minus 1. That's simple, right? And then the loop again runs. We have to write a condition here. We will write it later on. Okay, the loop again runs. What do we have to do? We have to again swap the value of I position and j position. I position E and j position L, they will swap their position. They will swap the values, right? That's cool. And then what? We have to do it again, like I equal to I plus 1 and j equal to j minus 1. Then the I comes and j goes. All right, I forwards and j comes to backward, and now they are pointing to the same memory location. Okay, now we can again swap the value, and the loop runs and we again swap the values. That's cool. Now just have a look at the array. At the beginning the array was looking like hello, but now it's converted to ole. See, OLLEH. Okay, now what happens? As we are in the loop, swapping is done. Now I equal to I plus 1 and j equal to j minus 1. Now that's the time to stop the loop. See it how? I equal to I plus 1 and j equal to j minus 1. I goes forward and j comes to backward position. So what happens here? The value of I is now the greater than the value of j. Okay, if this is the condition, we have to close the loop. So when do we run the loop? As long as the value of I is smaller than the value of j or equal. See it here, we write it. If the value of I is greater than the value of j, we close the loop, or even they're equal, we can close it, but if it's greater, we close it. Okay, so in the condition block, we write condition like this. If I is less than equal to j, in the while block, the loop runs. Once the value of I gets bigger than the value of j, the loop closed. Okay, now let's write code in the Leetcode. In the Leetcode editor, I have written the code. I equal to 0 and j equal to length minus 1 of the given array or string, here s, and then I run a loop, while loop, and then I write the code to swap the values. We can write one line Python code to swap the values, but it's better to write your own logic here. Okay, and then I equal to I plus 1 and j equal to j minus 1. Simple. Now let's run the code. Accepted. See. Okay, now let's submit it. Boom, it's accepted a few seconds ago. Python 3, right? The code gets accepted, and it's, see the code runtime, it takes only 209 milliseconds, beats 75.27% people's code, right? So it's a good answer actually. Okay, and if we go to memory, it's beating 83%. So I have written a good code, you can follow it, right? Okay, then it's done. If you like the video, please like the video and subscribe my channel and share it with your friends. Thank you.